Alright, good luck, good luck. And here we go, a TVT on HBR. Good stuff, good stuff. Sorry, 1 second. Alright, in the left position as the Teal Terran, we will have Nokia SCB. And in the right position as the Brown Terran, we will have ISL2 Gag. So we could be in for a long game here. TVTs on HBR. Everybody buckle down, everybody sit tight. And let me put D&D on my Skype. Ooh, and I have just been informed, ladies and gentlemen, we have a special treat. After this game, I will be joined on the cast by none other than the legendary, the infamous, the drama-seeking organizer of all organizers, LRM Game. So do look forward to that. In all honesty, though, it is quite nice to have a high-level player-like game on the cast with me. So you know, to provide all those extra Gosu insights. Looks like a wall going down for Gag, and just a depot in the base for Nokia. Now this is interesting. Terrans usually don't wall in TVT because, well, it's not particularly useful. You know, you're not going to have Lings or Zealots running into your base. All Terran units are ranged. That's right, even Firebats are ranged units. They do have a range of 2. And then these buildings become a liability if there's, you know, any early aggression by the other player. If they siege up and right outside your base, these buildings, they actually work against you. There's also another interesting thing that happens, which is if the other player can actually, you know, once you lift your barracks to let your units out, your opponent can actually float his own barracks here and land it and wall you in when you don't want it. So you know, a lot of things, a lot of dangers in walling off in TVT. Anyway, looks like Gag is going to scout here for any proxies. This is the popular proxy barracks location on Heartbreak Ridge. Nokia, meanwhile, just going to scout straight towards his opponent. Not gonna check for any cheese. Going for barracks and gas as his opponent is. Almost the same. I mean, it's essentially identical builds. Just Gag going for a wall and scouting a little bit more safely. Now, I don't think this wall is. Actually, this might be SCV tight though. So at least it's gonna prevent scouting here. Yeah, it looks like it actually is SCV tight. That's interesting because it's not Marine type. Marines can actually walk between here. But okay, so I mean, I guess that's a useful thing to have the wall there. Might make Nokia a little bit suspicious. Let's see what he does in response to this. Interestingly, Nokia opts for the second depot first, whereas Gag goes for the factory first on 16. And there's a factory now for Nokia. Oh, never mind. Look, there is the second depot. Okay, what am I talking about? Oh no, but the depot is a lot earlier for Nokia, and the factory is a little bit later. Yeah. Now, oh, there is Juntao, otherwise known as ISL2 Blazon, in the chat. He has advanced already, so congrats to you, Juntao. Some very nice games. And, oh, an SCV kill for Gag. I didn't even realize what was going on. Oh my god, I did not. I was just clicking around, just not paying attention, and BAM! All of a sudden, SCV is just exploding left and right. And this SCV is even going to go home to brag to his friends. Oh, man. And, of course, by brag to his friends, I mean he's just going to go right back to work. There is no rest for SCVs, no matter how many kills you get. It's quite sad, actually. Poor SCVs. And their slave labor. So, Nokia's going to float his barracks out now for a scout. And opting for a vulture first. Gag has gone for a 2-fact, by the way. I did click on this earlier, but I failed to mention it. So he is up to no good behind this barracks. Meanwhile, Gag, sorry, man, I seem to be getting the players mixed up. Gag went for 2-fact. Nokia went for a 1-fact expand behind a vulture. Is he going straight for a machine shop, or will he build a second vulture? It's got to be a machine shop, right? Well, I mean, he's supply blocked, so he might as well. The barracks is now out for Gag. He does kill the scouting SCV that was chilling on the high ground. Nokia still has no idea about this 2-fact. There is spider mines being researched, And no, it looks like it will be a second Vulture produced, and there is the second factory as well. So, here comes the Vulture. Now it's going to see a tank and 3 Marines. It does barely get away with its life. But there's still no indication that this is a 2-fact, keeping the second factory unrallied here. So the Vulture isn't revealed. Can he kill this Vulture? It's going to be very important that he doesn't reveal the extra factory units coming out. But no, it looks like Nokia's Vulture will get in, and it will get intercepted by this Vulture. Now, what is Nokia doing? His second factory is almost complete. He is getting a machine shop of his own, getting an armory as well. His command center is almost finished, so if he can hold this push, he will be in a fantastic position. There is the Vulture speed upgrade going down, and an armory as well for Gag. But the barracks is going in now. Now, this is what I'm talking about. This barracks can actually land right here and wall Gag into his own base to prevent Vulture reinforcements, which would be an excellent way of helping in the defense here. A bunker has gone down. A few SCVs have been pulled off for emergency defense. Marine gets in the bunker, but the tank, of course, does outrange the bunker. He will need to keep an SCV or 2 to repair that. But no, it looks like Gag is just going for the bunker here. But there's 2 SCVs repairing it, now going for the SCVs instead. There's only 1 Marine in this bunker, so the DPS is not high whatsoever. More Vultures coming out. It looks like Nokia might have held this, laying a spider mine in the reinforcement path, but I think he's held. What upgrade is he getting from the machine shop? No upgrade from the machine shop, just making units. Is there siege mode on the way? No, it is the Vulture upgrade, but the Vulture upgrade against a decent defensive position shouldn't do too much. A command center is now down for Gag. And I mean, Nokia, surprisingly, I think he only lost like 4 or 5 SCVs to hold that. And his command center is, you know, way earlier. Was actually, oh, looks like Nokia actually landed his barracks here to deny the reinforcements. I guess that actually is tight. It doesn't, what is that? Does that even look tight? I guess it is, and somehow built a Marine for a scout. So doing the obnoxious reverse wall in right here. Now, interestingly, you can actually, like, Gag doesn't, actually, did he get siege mode? Okay, he's getting siege mode now. But if Gag had kept reinforcing with units, he could keep, you know, keep Nokia kind of contained. And you can actually siege up here. Actually, I don't know if you can do this anymore. Maybe they actually fixed this on this map. But I remember in one version of HBR, you could actually siege the natural gas from the 3rd base. I think if you squeeze a siege tank here, you might be able to still. I'm not positive about this. But yeah, so, you know, getting contained there is certainly not bad. And there is another barracks being made. Looks like he actually didn't lift this one off. He just let it die. Well, I guess there was a Goliath there anyway, so he would have lost it. But having to rebuild that. Did manage to throw down a 3rd factory before it went down. And another push coming out for Gag. But what is this? 3 Vultures, no upgrades. The 3 Vultures with no defenses here. Are there any units coming out? Only Vultures coming out. Did he rally them to the front? It looks like he did rally them all to the front. So if Nokia can run into the main with these Vultures, or just a natural, he could do some nice damage here. There's only 1 Vulture in defense. He's just leaving them there for now. And holding this high ground spoke. But there is siege mode. He's got to be careful. He could lose a siege tank for free. Oh! A nice job by Gag, judging that distance, sieging up right outside Nokia's range. And sniping a siege tank for free. But it looks like siege mode is done for Nokia as well. So he will be able to hold his natural. And what are these Vultures doing? Oh my god, what are you doing? Nokia, the natural, you should go to the natural. What are you doing? Well, it looks like he's just going to try and pick off some Vulture reinforcements. But that's not going to last too long. Fold, are you still here? I'm going to mod you temporarily. So that you can deal with things. I don't know where Pi went. Alright, now that the chat is back under control, hopefully. Hopefully Fold didn't just AFK either. We have 4 factories down for Gag. And for Nokia as well. Is that timing actually like the same? No, not quite. Gonna run a few vultures out. Does he have mines yet? He does have mines. Vultures, of course, do not trigger opponent's spider mines. They instead glide right over them. He will get intercepted by a high number of vultures, though. Is he going to engage or run away? Looks like he will just run away. Doing some patrol micro. Look at that. Wow, Nokia being fancy. Doing patrol micro against vultures. That's not something you see every day. Probably because it's not exactly that effective. And my throat, man, is drying up. Let me grab some water. Excellent. All right, back on the ball. So, in the main, what do we have? +1 for factories, 2 machine shops. Same thing for Nokia, although no upgrades just yet. Does he actually have +1? No, Nokia actually not choosing to upgrade yet, although it looks like he has a slight... Oh, actually, the food counts are almost identical. But Nokia going for a break here, sieging up, but oh man, a nice shot from Gag Siege Tanks. And it looks like this is a complete failure by Nokia. Nokia might have just thrown away... Oh my god, he might have just completely thrown away the game, lost all of his siege tanks, only 1 siege tank left. Gag now has an opportunity to go and kill him. What was that? Nokia, what did you do? What did you do? He's just gonna send us EVs. Oh my god. What was that? Nokia. Nokia with a fail attack right there. And Gag though did some nice targeting with his siege tanks on Nokia's siege tanks. This bunker is actually empty. So he's just going to unsiege and walk into the natural, and Nokia has nothing left. I think that's just going to be a game. Suddenly, in just one fell swoop, the game is over. Looks like Nokia just going to pull all his SCVs. Of course, since this is the final match of the group, if whoever wins this match will advance, and whoever loses will be eliminated from the ISL 2. So Nokia is fighting for his life in the tournament right now. But there it is, GG! And ISL 2 Gag advances to the round of 64. Nokia SCB has been eliminated from the ISL 2. So advancing from Group 1